Good evening, students. Welcome to online classes, batch course, mathematics, first period. Okay. Hope you're familiar with mathematics in 10th standard syllabus. Of 10th standard syllabus, you learned various things. Myself, Abhiram Bharadwaj, lecturer in mathematics. We'll discuss some of the important algebraic identities. Just recall these algebraic identities. Basic algebraic identities. It is also useful in first view. In the middle of the problem, you may require these things. Okay. So whatever you studied so far, you cannot forget it. You have to remember, to revise, recall all those things. Forgetting is human tendency, everybody forgets, but not forgetting and recalling and revising is the most important thing. Some of the basic algebraic identities. You can write the heading as algebraic identities. You might be knowing all these things, but still you should recall. Not only just writing down this identities along with me. You have to learn and recall. First one, a plus b the whole square. A plus b the whole square. A square plus b square plus 2ab. This is very fundamental, you know all these things. Second one, we have a minus b the whole square. A minus b the whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. We'll be discussing a topic like vectors, complex numbers, NPU level. Okay. So there also, in vectors also we have these formulas. Okay. Similar type of formulas are there, even in vectors, even in complex numbers. If you add these two equations, if you add these two, add the left hand sides, add the right hand sides, we get another formula, a plus b the whole square plus a minus b the whole square equal to. Adding this, 2ab cancels, correct? Plus 2ab minus 2b cancels. A square plus a square is 2a square, correct? B square plus b square is 2b square. 2a square plus 2b square. You can take 2 common here. So you can write 2 times a square plus b square, right? So we should write this as 2 times a square plus b square. Learn this. A plus b the whole square plus a minus b the whole square. 2 times a square plus b square. These kind of identities are also useful in trigonometry. In the middle of the problem, you may require this. Okay? For example, you know, sin theta plus cos theta the whole square plus sin theta minus cos theta the whole square. Okay? This takes the form a plus b the whole square plus a minus b the whole square, which is 2 times a square plus b square, right? Directly I can apply this third one, a plus b the whole square plus a minus b the whole square, 2 times a square plus b square, a plus b the whole square plus a minus b the whole square, 2 times a square plus b square, a is sin theta, b is cos theta, 2 times sin square theta plus cos square theta. Sin square plus cos square is 1, we know the basic trigonometric identity, correct? Sin square plus cos square is 1. Angles are same, then sin square plus cos square is 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. This application. Okay? Application of this formula in trigonometric identities. Fourth one, I can write by subtracting these two equations. A plus b the whole square minus a minus b the whole square. Subtract this. A square minus a square 0. B square minus b square 0. 2ab minus of minus 2ab. 2ab plus 2ab is 4ab. Correct? Subtracting the two equations. A square cancels. B square minus b square cancels. 2ab minus of minus 2ab. 2ab plus 2ab becomes 4ab. Next one. A cube plus b cube is called as sum of the two cubes. Sum of the cubes. A cube plus b cube. This is equal to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Next we got difference of the two cubes. A cube minus b cube is equal to, can be factorized, a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Also we have a square minus b square is called as difference of two squares. A square minus b square is called as difference of two squares, which is a plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. Difference of two squares. Further, we have a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Note that a cube plus b cube can also be extracted from this formula. One formula we have already for a cube plus b cube as this a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Another formula for a cube plus b cube can be got from this. A cube plus b cube is a plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b, correct? A cube plus b cube can be got from this. A plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Next we have the ninth one. A minus b the whole cube, which is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. From this formula, again a cube minus b cube can be got. A cube minus b cube is a minus b the whole cube plus 3ab into a minus b. 3ab into a minus b. Correct? Another formula is this. For a cube minus b cube, a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Next, we have x plus a into x plus b. X plus a into x plus b is equal to x into x, x square, x into x square plus ax plus bx. Ax plus bx plus ab. Multiply x into x square plus x plus bx plus ab. Correct? So that we can write this as x square into your x is common. X into a plus b plus ab. Learn this as an important identity. Next, we have a plus b plus c the whole square. Maintain separate notes for all the subjects. Okay, a plus b plus c the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 times ab plus bc plus ca. This kind of formula is also useful in vectors as well as complex numbers. Also in the trigonometry we may require this. Okay. Next we have one more formula. A cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to a plus b plus c multiplied by a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. A cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is broken into two factors. The first factor is this a plus b plus c multiplied by a square plus b square plus c square minus AB minus BC minus C. Learn this, it may be new for you, this one, or some students might have seen already this formula. Learn it, memorize it, write every day on these formulas. Don't forget it, fundamentals, basics. Also we can simplify this. This factor is there, no? The second bracket can be simplified. What can be done here? This is equal to A plus B plus C is there, no? A plus B plus C, that is keep as it is. The first factor keep as it is. The second factor, what we do is, we multiply and divide by 2. Such manipulations can be done, correct? I'll multiply by half. To balance it, multiply by 2. 2 into half is 1, right? Multiplying by 1 is no effect. So, multiply by half, then multiply by 2. This is 2a square plus 2b square plus 2c square minus 2ab minus 2bc minus 2c. This entire second bracket is multiplied by 2. So that 2 into half is 1. Multiplying by 1 is no effect. So this can be written further half into a plus b plus c into 2a square is, we can split a square plus a square. 2b square is b square plus b square. 2c square is c square plus c square, right? So I can write this as a square plus a square. That a square I will later. Okay. Another b square will write first. One of the a square is written. One of the b square is written. Now this minus 2a. This much the one bracket. Next, another b square is there. That will write plus c square minus 2bc. Correct? So far we written a square plus b square plus b square. 2b square is used. 2b square is b square plus b square. And 2a square is a square plus a square. One of the a square is used. Further, what is left here is 1 a square and c square is left. That we should write, that is a square plus c square minus 2ca. Right? So that a square plus a square is 2a square, b square plus b square is 2b square, c square plus c square is 2c square. This is equal to half a plus b plus c. What is this? A square plus b square minus 2ab. We can complete the square, right? A square plus b square minus 2ab is a minus bb whole square. B square plus c square minus 2bc is b minus c the whole square. A square plus c square minus 2c is c minus ab whole square. Or a minus c the whole square. Both one in the same. So learn the simplification here, correct? This is our identity. Here we simplified this further, multiply by 2 this entire bracket, and to balance it multiply by half. Half into 2 is 1, right? So 2a square is split as a square plus a square. 2b square is b square plus b square. 2c square is c square plus c square, right? So this is a minus b whole square. This bracket is b minus c whole square, and this bracket is c minus a whole square, or a minus c whole square, both one and the same. A minus c whole square is same as c minus a whole square. So a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc can also be written as half into a plus b plus c multiplied by a minus b whole square plus b minus c whole square plus c minus a whole square. Learn this simplification, important, required in a chapter called Determinants. I think ICSE students have learned matrices, right? Matrix is a rectangular arrangement of numbers in rows and columns. Every square matrix is associated with a real number called determinant. Okay? I think ICSE students have learned this topic called matrices. For them, we can understand every square matrix is associated with a real number called as a determinant. Okay, determinant. So in determinants chapter, I'm using this. Okay. In other things also, in the middle of the problem, you may require. We cannot tell. For competitive exams, we cannot tell which is useful in which topic, and also questions can be linked from one topic to another topic. Okay. So learn all these basic identities. Next, we'll discuss some of the basic simplification now in arithmetic. Basic simplifications. Basic simplifications. First one we have a by b plus c by d. How to add the two fractions are taken in general, a by b plus c by d. A by b is a fraction, c by d is another fraction. If two fractions are given to add, first we take the common denominator, that is LCM, correct? The least common multiple. B and D, assuming that B and D are co-prime means relatively prime, their highest common factor is 1, correct? In that case, this becomes BD, correct? Taking common denominator, assuming that B and D are co-prime. Co-prime means relatively prime. Relatively prime means the highest common factor is 1. So numerator will be A into D plus B into C, right? A into D plus B into C. I'll give examples for this later. Similarly, we can subtract the two fractions. A by B minus C by D is equal to, take common denominator BD. BD is the common denominator. Numerator will be AD minus BC. B has to be multiplied by which term to get BD? That's the actual method. B has to be multiplied by which term to give BD? B and I already multiplied by BD. B has to multiply by D to get this. That D into A is AD. D has to multiply by which term to get BD? That D has to multiply by D to get this. That B into C is BC. Similarly for this. Multiplication A by B into C by D. How to multiply the two fractions? Multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. A into C is AC, divided by B into D is BD. Multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. What about the division of fractions? A by B divided by C by D. That means we can write this A by B divided by C by D is equal to what? A by B by C by D. This becomes AD divided by BC. B goes to numerator, B goes to numerator, D gets multiplied to A. Dividing by C by D is multiplied by reciprocal. In other words, dividing by a number means multiplied by the reciprocal of that. If you want to show this, A by B by C by D is A by B, right? A by B multiplied by, dividing by C by D is multiplied by the reciprocal. What is reciprocal of C by D? That is D by C. So this becomes AD divided by BC. Learn all these things basics, because in the middle of the problem we may require this kind of simplifications. Many students do mistakes, okay, in these kind of simplifications. Next, suppose I give A by B divided by C. A by B divided by C is equal to A by BC. Because A by B divided by C. Dividing by C means multiplied by 1 by C. Dividing by a number means multiplied by its reciprocal. So dividing by C means multiplied by 1 by C. That is A by B into 1 by C. That will be A by BC. Also we have further A divided by B by C is what? A divided by B by C. 6th one we have A divided by B by C is equal to, dividing by a number means multiply by the reciprocal. Correct? Dividing by B by C means multiply by the reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of B by C? Reciprocal of B by C, C by B. Correct? So this becomes AC divided by B. Next one, seventh one, we have A by A plus B divided by C. Numerator is sum of two terms. If numerator is sum of two terms, we can split this, right? A plus B by C could be written as A by C plus B by C. Numerator is sum of two terms. Denominator contains a single term, then you can separate the terms. A by C plus B by C. Similarly for subtraction, A minus B by C is A by C minus B by C. Further, next we have AC plus BC divided by A. In that case, what we can do, this is, first we take C common here. Whatever is common to take out, C is common. What it means? A plus B, correct? C is common here, C out, A plus B divided by A. We can write this as C by A into A plus B. C by A into A plus B. C into A plus B by A. C by A into A plus B. Or you can write this as the same as C into A plus B by A. Both are same. C by A into A plus B or C into A plus B by A. C into A plus B by A. You can write like this. Okay? So AC plus BC by A. C is common. C into A plus B by A. Hope I understood this kind of simplifications. Make a separate box for each subject. Maintain it properly. Next, we can discuss few examples here. Suppose you want to add two fractions, 2 by 3 plus 1 by 4. First, you take the common denominator, LCM of the denominator. Denominators are 3 and 4. LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. So take LCM as 12. 3 and 4 are co-prime, they are relatively prime, they don't have any other common factor other than 1, correct? 3 and 4 has highest common factor as 1, 3 and 4 LCM is 12, 3 into 4 gives 12, that 4 into 2 is 8, 4 into 3 is 12, that 3 into 1 is 3, correct? This is 11 by 12. 3 into which number gives 12? To find out first. 3 into 4 gives 12, that 4 into 2 is 8. 4 into 3 is 12 and 3 into 1 is 3. 8 plus 3, 11 by 12. Next one, we have 1 by 3 minus 5 by 6. First we take LCM of 3 and 6. LCM of 3 and 6 is 6. Right? LCM of 3 and 6. 6. 3 has to be multiplied by which number to get 6? 3 has to be multiplied by 2 to get 6. That 2 into 1 is 2. 6 has to multiply which number to get 6? 6 into 1 is 6. Correct? That 1 into 5 is 5. So 2 minus 5 minus 3 by 6. Minus 3 by 6 is equal to minus half. Minus 3 by 6 is equal to minus half. Next one, we have 3 by 4 into 2 by 7. Multiplying the two fractions. Multiply numerator to numerator. 3 into 2 is 6. 4 into 7 is 28. We can simplify this as 2 3s are 2 14s are, correct? 3 by 14 is the simplest form of this. Suppose we got 3 plus 7 divided by 2. That is, directly you can add 3 plus 7 is 10 by 2, which is equal to 5. Or 3 by 2 plus 7 by 2. If you separate out and simplify also, it gives 5 only. 3 by 2 is 1.5. 7 by 2 is 3.5. 3.5 plus 1.5 is 5. Okay. Such things you must know, basics. 2 into 3 by 6. 2 into 3 by 6. Multiply numerator to numerator. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 by 6 is 1. Few examples are given of how to add the fractions. Next we can discuss some of the laws of indices. Laws of indices. Index laws you can write. Index laws. Index laws. A power x into a power y is a power x plus y. Multiplying the two numbers of this type. A power x into a power y is a power x plus y. Bases are same, so add the powers. Correct? Same base, so add the powers because of multiplication. A power x divided by a power y is equal to a power x minus y. If there is a division, subtract the powers. A power x by a power y is a power x minus y. A power x to the power y is equal to a power x y. The powers gets multiplied. A power x power y is a power x y. Powers gets multiplied. Further, we can have AB to the power x. AB power x is a power x, b power x. A by b whole to the power x is equal to a power x by b power x. Note that a power 0 is 1. Note that a power 0 is equal to 1. Okay. A to the power 0 is equal to 1 for a not equal to 0. For a not equal to 0. 0 for 0 is meaningless. It's an indeterminate form it will be. We'll study more indeterminate forms. We'll learn the symbol infinity also. Infinity is, have you heard of infinity, students? Infinity is denoted by symbol like this. Infinity. It's an indication of a very large positive number. Very large positive number. It can have infinitely many digits. No limit for that. It is not like a fixed number like pi or e. Pi is already. Pi is roughly equal to 3.14159. It is an example for irrational number. Correct? Irrational number. You studied about real numbers, classification of real numbers into rational numbers, irrational numbers, all those things. Right? This is an example for irrational number pi. Like pi, we have another irrational number e. Is approximately equal to 2.71828. 2.71828 is approximately equal to so much. 2.71828. Okay, it's a friend of pi. Okay, we'll discuss this later. Infinity is not like pi or e. It is not having any fixed value. It is indication of a very large positive number. Okay, it can have many digits. It can have infinitely many digits. Not 10 digits, not 20 digits, not 100 digits. You can't imagine that number. Such a big number it is. Okay? So indication of a large positive number is infinity. Of course, 1 by 0 is there. No? 1 by 0 can be taken as infinity. If denominator is 0, then becomes not defined or infinity. Numerator is a finite non-zero number. Denominator is 0. In that case, it becomes infinity. Ratio becomes equal to infinity. Also, you must know that when does the ratio becomes equal to 0? Ratio means A by B. A by B is called ratio. A by B is called as ratio. Ratio becomes equal to 0 when numerator is 0. Okay? When numerator is equal to 0. A equal to 0. And ratio becomes equal to infinity when denominator is equal to 0. Remember this. All these techniques required in the middle of the problem. Ratio becomes 0, numerator by denominator becomes 0 when numerator is 0. Numerator by denominator is 0 when numerator is 0, provided denominator is not equal to 0. Numerator by denominator becomes infinity when denominator is 0. Denominator becomes 0. And 0 by 0 is not defined. 0 by 0 is not defined. Okay, it's an indeterminate form. 0 by 0 infinity by infinity. All these things are not defined. It's not defined. Okay, these are all the basic things you may require it in the middle of the problem. Please learn this. Okay. Also we can discuss on radical sign, radicals, square root of a, cube root of a, all those things, radicals. Square root of a, that means a to the power half. Cube root of a means this is a power 1 by a. Cube root of a means a is raised to the power 1 by 3. Fourth root of a, fourth root of is a power 1 by 4. Square root means raised to the power 1 by 2. All these things basics you must know. Fifth root of is a to the power 1 by 5. In general I can tell nth root of a, nth root of a is equal to a power 1 by n. Nth root of a is a power 1 by n. Nth root of a. Learn all these things, basics. Further I can tell root of AB is root A into root B. Okay, root AB means it becomes AB power half, right? AB power half. Using this, AB power half is A power half into B power half. Using this, you can write root AB as root A into root B. AB, root means to the power half, AB power half is A power half into B power half, A power half is root A, B power half is root B. Also we can write root of A by B, root of A by B is root A divided by root B, root of A by B is root A divided by root B. Also, we can have some more note. A power minus 1 means it is 1 by a. A power minus 2 means it is 1 by a square. Right? A power minus 3 means this is 1 by a cube. A power minus 4 means 1 by a power 4. A power minus n is 1 by a power n. A power minus n is 1 by a power n. Note down all these things. Next we discuss on quadratic equation. You know the general form of the quadratic. The general form of the quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0 is called as the quadratic. Ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. A is not equal to 0 is called as the quadratic, general form of the quadratic. Already you know, studied already. To solve this equation, we have various methods. One is the factorization method, formula method, the method of completing the square, correct? Various things. Formula method is given by this: x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2e minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2e. Okay, this is the formula method. You know this b square minus 4ac is called as the discriminant. If b square minus 4ac is positive, roots are real and distinct. Correct? b square minus 4ac is positive. Roots are real and distinct. In that case, we have roots are real and distinct. We have a separate chapter called complex numbers and quadratic equations in our first PU. Okay, we'll be learning that b square minus 4ac is negative. Then roots are imaginary. Roots are imaginary. B square minus 4ac is negative. And if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. Roots are real, and in that case it will be equal to this. Roots are real and equal. Okay? All those things you know. Also we can draw the graph of this ax square plus bx plus c. It's a parabola. We're going to study even in physics also. The graph of the quadratic expression is a parabola. And solution of this, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If we solve this equation, roots of this equation are nothing but intersection of the graph with x-axis. Okay, that we'll discuss later when we come to first PU. Okay, now it will become very heavy for you if I discuss all the graphs of this. Okay, remember that the roots of this equation are nothing but intersection of the curve with x-axis. You know, x-axis and y-axis, they are usually perpendicular. They intersect at origin. Origin is a point 0, 0. Correct? So we have the graph of this intersection. Solution of this equation is nothing but intersection of the curve with x-axis. Okay? Remember that. Further, we will use the factorization method to solve some of the important quadratic. Okay? Which is very useful in the middle of the problem, in trigonometry, in complex numbers, anywhere it may be required. So we should take some problems now. That is, solve x squared minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. X squared minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Adding you must get minus 5, multiplying you must get 6. Split the middle term such that adding those two you must get minus 5, multiplying you must get 6. So minus 5 can be written as minus 2 minus 3. Adding this we get minus 5, multiplying you must get 6. Minus 2 into minus 3 is plus 6. Minus 2 minus 3, if you add we get minus 5. Correct? Adding these two we get minus 5. Multiplying these two, minus into minus is plus 2 into 3 is 6. So we can factorize this. X squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. Correct? Or taking x common between the first two terms, x into x minus 2. Minus 3 is common between the third and fourth term. Minus 3 into x minus 2 equal to 0. This is implies, okay, the symbol is implies x minus 2 is again common. X minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. A into B is 0. Also we can note out this, A into B equal to 0. Product of two numbers equal to 0 means either A equal to 0 or B equal to 0. Either A equal to 0 or B equal to 0, or both of them can be 0. Okay? Remember this, very important. AB equal to 0 means either A equal to 0 or B equal to 0. Or means minimum one of them. It can be both. For example, 0 into 5, 0. Correct? 7 into 0 is 0. Or 0 into 0 is also 0. Both of them can be 0. Correct? Or at least one of them can be 0. Correct? So x minus 2 into x minus 3 is 0 means x minus 2 equal to 0. Or x minus 3 is 0. X minus 2 0 means x equal to 2. X minus 3 0 means x equal to 3. So x equal to 2 or x equal to 3. X equal to 2 or x equal to 3. Next, second one, solve x squared plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. If you are able to write it directly, it's okay, no problem. You don't have to write all these steps. To make you understand, I've written all these steps, okay? Directly you can write this step and get the answer when you come across this kind of situation in the middle of the problem, okay? X squared plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Find the roots of this, correct? How to find the roots of this? split the middle terms as that adding those two numbers we must get 7. Multiplying those two numbers will get 12. 12 into 1 is 12, correct? Which numbers will satisfy those two conditions? 3 and 4, correct? 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 into 4 is 12. So we can write this as x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 12 equal to 0. X common, x plus 3. 4 common, x plus 3 equal to 0. Correct? So again x plus 3 is common. X plus 3 into x plus 4 equal to 0. A into B is 0 means either equal to 0 or B equal to 0. X plus 3 equal to 0. If we equate x plus 3 to 0, we get x equal to minus 3. If we equate x plus 4 to 0, we get x equal to minus 4. So minus 3, minus 4 are the roots of this equation. So factorizing quadratic is very important. In the middle of the problem, you come across many times this situation. Next one we have 2x squared plus 2x squared minus 6 equal to 0. How to solve this? Split the middle term such that adding those two numbers we must get minus 1. Multiplying those two numbers we must get 2 into minus 6. 2 into minus 6 is minus 12, right? So split the middle term such that adding those two numbers we must get minus 1. So which will be satisfying minus 4 and plus 3, right? If you add this, we get minus 1. If you multiply this, minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. Correct? From this, we can write 2x squared minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. Minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. 2 into minus 6 is minus 12. Right? So split this minus 6 is minus 4x plus 3x. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. Simplify this further. From the first two terms we can take 2x common, right? 2x is common here, correct? What remains here? X, so that 2x into x is 2x square. 2x into minus 2 is minus 4x. 3 is common here, 3 is common. X minus 2 equal to 0. Again x minus 2 is common. X minus 2 is common into 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Now use a into b equal to 0. Either a equal to 0 or b equal to 0. X minus 2 equal to 0. That gives x equal to 2x plus 3 0 means x equal to minus 3 by 2. X minus 2 equal to 0 gives x equal to, or 2x plus 3 0 means x equal to minus 3 divided by 2. Well, these kind of problems solving the quadratic equations. Next one, x squared plus 11x plus 30 equals, do it yourself, get the answer for this. Always keep a notebook while listening to mathematics class. You also have to work out along with me. So to simplify this will be x plus 5 into x plus 6 equal to 0. Directly I write the step. 5 plus 6 is 11, 5 into 6 is 30. A into b is 0 means either a equal to 0 or b equal to 0. X plus 5 0 means x equal to minus 5. X plus 6 0 means x equal to minus 6. Also we have problems on factorizing. By using the formula method we can try, or by using the method of completing the square. Also we can discuss problems on simultaneous equations, solving the equations simultaneously. Correct? Two equations in two variables, linear equations in two variables. You can solve it simultaneously or by that is various methods are method of substitution, method of elimination, method of cross multiplication. Correct? All those things we have. We'll discuss more number of problems and fundamentals of bridge course in the next class. Okay. For time being, we'll stop and please work out the formulas and trigonometry also. Please learn those trigonometry formulas. You got to study more trigonometry formulas in first PU. I'll send the PDF also. Please write those formulas every day once, because those formulas are required even in second PU. Okay, whatever you studied trigonometry formulas, what you studied so far up to 10th standard, that also you have to remember. Sin square plus cos square equal to 1. These are the fundamental trigonometric identities. Fundamental trigonometric identities. 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A. 1 plus cos square A is equal to cosecant square A. Correct? All these things. The fundamental trigonometric identities. Also we can rearrange this. Cos square A is equal to 1 minus sin square A. Sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. Here 1 is equal to secant square A minus tan square A. Correct? Also tan square A is equal to secant square A minus 1. Correct? 1 is secant square A minus tan square A. Tan square A, secant square A minus 1. Further we can decompose this. A square minus B square. It is in the form of difference of two squares. A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B. Correct? This is 1 is equal to A square minus B square is A minus B into A plus B. Secant A minus tan A into secant A plus tan A. So that we can write this secant A plus tan A is 1 by secant A minus tan A. That means secant A plus tan A and secant A minus tan A are reciprocals. Correct? From this we can have 1 by secant A minus tan A. 1 by secant A minus tan A is equal to secant A plus tan A. That means secant A plus tan A and secant A minus tan A are reciprocals. 1 plus cos square A is cosecant square A. So 1 is equal to, we can write it as cosecant square A minus cos square A. A square minus B square. Again you can split A plus B into A minus B. Correct? Cosec A plus cot A into cosec A minus cot A. So from this we have 1 by cosec A plus cot A. 1 by cosec A plus cot A is equal to cosec A minus cos A. 1 by cosec A plus cot A is equal to cosec A minus cot A. Okay, these are all basic important trigonometric formulas. More formulas we got. Okay, I'll send you the PDF also. Please write those formulas every day once. Okay, every day have to write those formulas. Put the date and maintain a separate formula book. Okay, you can keep a rough book, 10 rupee rough book. Okay, so put the date and write every day morning. Wake up and write the formulas. Make it a habit. Okay, because there are many formulas, not only trigonometric formulas. When you come to second year, we got more of formulas like differentiation formulas, integration formulas. So all those things are there. So even trigonometry is required in second PU also. You got compound angle formula, multiple angle formula, sub-multiple angle formula, transformation formula. Okay, converting the product to sum or difference to product. Okay, such kind of formulas are there. So these are also important. Also studied standard angles. Which are standard angles? 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degrees are called as standard angles. Correct? You got more angles, allied angles you got to study. Okay, compound angle formulas. You can find the values of not only sine 30, sine 45. You can also find the value of sine 15 degree, tan 22.5, tan 7.5. All those things you can find out. Okay. For today, wind up. Please write down all the basic algebraic formulas starting from a plus b the whole square. Write all the formulas once. Even the trigonometric formulas you write once. Okay, and practice a few problems of factorization. Okay. Thank you, students. Thank you.